Okay, folks, buckle up, because the Gilded Age Season 3, Episode 7 just dropped, and wow, society in 1880s New York has never been messier. We're talking betrayals, breakups, and a scandal so big, it's shaking the entire upper crust. This episode, titled Excommunicated, picks up right after the shocking death of John Adams in Episode 6, leaving Oscar completely heartbroken. Meanwhile, Marion has called off her engagement to Larry. Bertha and George are still in a tense standoff, and Agnes drops the perfect line to sum it all up. Society is hanging on by a thread, and trust me, that thread, it's about to snap, because one man's big mouth is making enemies out of everyone. That man is none other than Ward McAllister, Mrs. Astor's right-hand social advisor, who decides to publish a tell-all book called Society as I Have Found It. And even though he leaves out names, it's painfully obvious who he's talking about. The elite are furious. He hints at Agnes's financial troubles, implies Oscar's secret life, and even paints Bertha and George as greedy and foolish. But the biggest betrayal? He drags Mrs. Astor's own daughter into the mess, revealing her affair just as her husband files for divorce. That's the final straw. Mrs. Astor, Bertha, Agnes, Ada, and Mrs. Fish all unite to exile McAllister from high society. In a fiery confrontation, McAllister claims he made Mrs. Astor the Queen of New York, but she's done with him, and their friendship is officially over. But here's where things get even more interesting. Mrs. Astor now faces a social dilemma. She can't invite her divorced daughter to her annual Newport ball, but she also can't leave her off the guest list. So she cancels the event entirely. Guess who swoops in to claim the spotlight? Bertha. She takes over the ball, and she's planning a big shakeup. For the first time, divorced women will be invited. That's right, Bertha is about to challenge one of society's strictest rules. McAllister even tries to use this as a way back in, asking Bertha for an invitation. But Bertha, in one of her coldest moves yet, shuts him down, reminding him that he's the one who burned those bridges. While Bertha may be on top socially, her home life tells a different story. She's desperate to prove to George that she's fixed things with their daughter Gladys, but he's not buying it. George won't forgive her and refuses to move back home. Even Larry seems uninterested in her big social win. This is where Bertha's character really hits a crossroads. She's finally learning that being queen of society doesn't mean much if you've lost the trust of your own family. It's a classic Gilded Age irony. She's opening doors for others, while some of her own are closing. And then there's Gladys, finally getting a little justice of her own. After being sidelined for so long in the season, she's starting to stand her ground and take control of her future. This episode leaves us with all the right ingredients for a powerhouse finale. Broken alliances, shifting power, and the question of who will truly come out on top when the dust settles. One thing's for sure. If you thought New York society was polished and perfect, the Gilded Age is here to remind you it's all built on secrets, scandal, and a whole lot of ambition. And with just one episode left, the real fireworks are about to begin.